Hello everyone, this is Miss Adler, and today we're going to make our names look like insects. And I'm going to show you a way to make a mirrored reflection and a print using a crayon, or you can also use chalk or oil pastel. But everybody should have a crayon, and it should be very easy to accomplish what I'm going to show you. So I made my name as a bug using my last name, and it is in cursive. And I will have a sheet of 2 pages cursive and lettering, and you can use your notebook paper as practice sheet, or you can print out and trace the cursive alphabet. And it is very important to learn how to use cursive because it will help you write faster, and you are able to connect the letters as you write. It'll also be helpful when it comes to signing documents and signing important papers. Your signature becomes very important, and I know things are now gradually, if not almost all, are going digital, but your signature is you. And again, it's imperative now to make sure you have an identity, and it can and nobody can take it from you. And this is also very important because of voting by mail. You have to use your signature, or when you get your driver's license, or if you're renting an apartment, your signature is very important. So I'm going to have this up in Teams as cursive practice sheets. And again, when you're writing, use your notebook paper to practice your name or a poem. And I'm just gonna say, and start slowly practice. You don't have to do what I'm doing right now. You can just use your notebook paper as a practice sheet for just learning how to draw the A, B's, and C's. That will help. Everything that I do, it takes so much practice. It really does. So repetition is key, and practice. It's just like when you learn how to dribble a ball, how you pass or do the perfect Hail Mary. That doesn't come just as a fluke. It takes practice. But you can also create your name in just the regular upward strokes and downward strokes and shapes to make your letters. But this time I'm just going to show you how to make the cursive bug. So you're going to take a sheet of paper, and you're going to fold it in half, hot dog style. Hot dog. So I position my paper horizontal or landscape, and I folded it up like a hot dog. And on that line, I'm going to draw my name. I can use a pencil, or I can start with a dark crayon, but I'll write my name with pencil first. I think I'm going to use my first name because it's really long. It's 9 letters. So I'm going to start with the letter S. and then do the T, E, P, H, A. And this is almost going to go off the page. I, E. So yeah, I have a long name, first name. So I dotted the I and crossed the T. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a crayon and I'm going to trace over my pencil. So, and I'll go pretty much put pressure on my crayon, with my crayon to the paper, because when I fold my paper over, it will, and start rubbing, it'll be able to print better. So I'm using a dark crayon and I'm putting a lot of pressure on my paper, holding my paper down, so I can outline with the crayon. You can also, if you have an oil pastel or a piece of chalk, you can do the same using those materials. And I'm going to dot my I and cross my T. So now the trick is, once you have your name in crayon, you're going to fold your paper from the bottom all the way to the top. And if you have a crayon or a pen, or even better, the side of a marker, you can start rubbing. And I'm going to rub very hard on my paper, this side. I'm using the Xerox paper, print paper, not using the classroom paper. It's a little thicker, but this one is thinner, so you'll be able to get the lines better. So again, just rub gently or use your wrist and press down on your paper to get everything. And as you rub and you open your paper back, you should have a just a little bit of a reflection of your name with the crayon marked on the other side in the opposite direction. You can see that. And if it's not, again, to your liking, you can, again, take your marker again and just rub in different directions and see if it'll come out better and you can see it better. So once you opened it up, now you have a pretty good reflection of the name you drew in cursive. And then you take a crayon, you can take the same crayon or another crayon or your marker and trace your name carefully just by going over the outline of the mark that your crayon imprinted on the other side. And it's okay if the if you still can't see it, like for some reason I'm like getting a little confused here, so I'm gonna with the P, I'm just gonna see if I can get that better a little bit right here. So it's gonna cross over. That's the P. And then again, you just carefully using, if you have good lighting, just go over very carefully by tracing your name backwards. And only I know a few people can do this, especially if you're left-handed. And one famous artist used his handwriting backwards was Leonardo da Vinci. So now you have your name drawn backwards, and it's a reflection of your name that you drew initially. Now you can create some pretty weird looking stuff with your bug. Like here I can you can draw an antenna, and I'll just draw like a little loop here and another loop over here. You can make the eyes here. I'll make the like bug fly eyes, you know, like you see. You can also draw eyes coming out from the top and the bottom, or you can start coloring in the loops of your insects. And even if you'd like the peas that crossed over, you can make legs here. Some of the lines you can make, maybe it has different antennas on this bug. My name all of a sudden became an insect, and so now I'm just going to draw lines and patterns inside my or you can just color in the loops that your cursive or the regular handwriting has made. So you can do the same thing here with my T's. You should have a little fun with it, and some of it takes a little bit of thought on how you're going to draw your insects. Also put little hairs, little feelers out from my bug to like a spider. And then of course, you know, color in the area inside that your name, your complete name has mirrored. And it doesn't have to be just one color. You can add different patterns, and if you want to put words in it too. It's your insect, and it should be your original. And it's just would be a great lesson for making lines, your patterns, and also especially getting yourself used to writing in cursive. There are lots of different exercises that you can use for cursive. Using bugs and insects is one of them. So my guys in the classrooms already made classroom name tags, which really help. But if you really want to confuse somebody, you design your name as an insect, and then they'll look at it a little longer. And this is for anyone, any grade. If we're not too comfortable with cursive, I totally encourage you to make it your project to practice learning cursive, because then you can do some really nice things with your handwriting, as well as decorating your journals and making bubble art. It's just another way and technique of writing your name or a sentence, and like graffiti. And again, I hope you enjoy this project, and love to hear your comments. And again, make sure that you complete color your animal or your insect completely. Don't leave it just a lot of white space. Decorate your bug. It's your creation, and make it as absurd as you want, because I like the absurd and weird. You have to be when you do a project like this. Anyway, this is Miss Adler, and I'm hoping everybody is safe and healthy and well, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.